जय राधमाधवा जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपीजनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदनन्दना जय व्रजजनरञ्जना जय जमुनधिरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधमाधवा जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्री राधा माधव की, श्री प्रहलाद नरसिम्हा की, श्री पंचतत्व भगवान की, गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्णा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखातमृतद्रवसम्मुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुर्गो रसिका भुविभावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरे कृष्णा। So I was asked to deal with 5.5.1. This is the teachings of Rishabhadev to his sons. So Rishabhadev, he is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord himself. He appeared in order to establish Varnashram Dharma. He appeared as son of Maharaja Nabhi, who was a great devotee. And having Rishabhadev as his son, Maharaja Nabhi was very, very happy. And then he retired to the forest. Then Rishabhadev became the king. He was ruling the entire universe. At the time, Bharatavarsha was called as Ajanabha. And then, at one point of time when he was touring with his sons, the whole of the kingdom, he saw that there were a great assembly of sages. And in that assembly of sages, in front of the sages, he thought it was fit to actually instruct his sons about Paramahamsa Dharma. What is the occupational duty of Paramahamsas? So in the process, he also instructed all of us that what it means to be a human being. So Rishabha Shiksha is more or less in the center of Srimad Bhāgavatam. It is in the 5th canto. It is more or less in the center of Srimad Bhāgavatam, and is considered one of the milestones of Srimad Bhāgavatam, the Rishabha Shiksha itself. Prabhupada quoted this shloka umpteen number of times. In fact, there are only few chapters in Srimad Bhāgavatam where Prabhupada has given lecture on every shloka in a chapter. Very few chapters are there like that. Sometimes he has given lecture on whole section. Like Kunti Maharani, he has given the entire section, he has given lecture. In 2nd canto, in some places, whole section he has lectured. In 1st canto, some places, whole section he has lectured. But whole chapter is very rare. And one of the chapters where he has given lecture for every shloka is this 5th chapter of Srimad Bhāgavatam. Especially on the first 10 shlokas, Prabhupada has given more than 30 lectures on the first 10 shlokas itself. Out of that, majority will be covering the first 3 shlokas or 4 shlokas. So we can see, and then n number of times he has quoted them in the purports. More than 1,000 times he has quoted them in the purports, especially this verse, the first verse. So therefore, when Prabhupada is repeatedly talking about this verse, we can easily understand that it's a very, very important verse. So we will try to chant this shloka. I will chant, you please try to repeat. Rishabha Uvacha Nayam Deho Deha Bhajam Nirloke Kashtan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujamye Tapo Divyam Putraka Yena Sattvam Suddhet Yasmat Brahma Saukyam Tvanantam Nayam Deho Deha Bhajam Nirloke Kashtan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujamye Tapo Divyam Putraka Yena Sattvam Shuddhet Yasmat Brahma Saukyam Tvanantam. Rishabhuvacha. Lord Rishabhadev said, Na, not, I am this, Dehaha, body, Deha Bhajam, of all living entities who have accepted material bodies, Niloke, in this world, Kashtan, troublesome, Kaman, sense gratification, Arhate, deserves, Vidbhujamye, of the stool eaters, A, which, Tapaha, austerities and penances, Divyam, divine, Putrakaha, my dear sons, ena, by which sattvam, the heart, suddhet, becomes purified, yasmat, from which brahma saukyam, spiritual happiness, tu, certainly, anantam, unending. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaranda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Rishabhadev told his sons, my dear boys, of all living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerities to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified. And when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. Purport. In this verse, Rishabhadev tells his sons about the importance of human life. The word dehabhak refers to anyone who accepts the material body, but the living entity who is awarded human form must act differently from animals. Animals like dogs and hogs enjoy sense gratification by eating stool. After undergoing severe hardships all day, human beings are trying to enjoy themselves at night by eating, drinking, having sex, and sleeping. At the same time, they have to properly defend themselves. However, this is not human civilization. Human life means voluntarily practicing suffering for advancement in spiritual life. There is, of course, suffering in the lives of animals and plants, which are suffering due to their past misdeeds. However, human beings should voluntarily accept suffering in the form of austerities and penances in order to attain the divine life. After attaining the divine life, one can enjoy happiness eternally. After all, every living entity is trying to enjoy happiness. As long as one is engaged in the material body, he has to suffer different kinds of misery. The higher sense is present in human form of life. We should act according to superior advice in order to attain eternal happiness and go back to Godhead. It is significant in this verse that the government and the natural guardian, the father, should educate subordinates and raise them to Krishna consciousness. Devoid of Krishna consciousness, every living being is suffering in this cycle of birth and death perpetually. To relieve them from this bondage and enable them to become blissful and happy, Bhakti Yoga should be taught. A foolish civilization neglects to teach people how to rise to the platform of Bhakti Yoga. Without Krishna consciousness, a person is no better than a hog or a dog. The instructions of Rishabhadev are very essential at the present moment. People are being educated and trying to work very hard for sense gratification, and there is no sublime aim in life. Man travels to earn his livelihood, leaving home early in the morning, catching a local train, and being packed in a compartment. He has to stand for an hour or two in order to reach his place of business. Then again he takes a bus to go to the office. At the office he works hard from 9 to 5. Then he takes 2-3 hours to return home. After eating he has sex and goes to sleep. For all this hardship, his only happiness is little sex. Yan maitanadi grahamedi sukham hi tucham. Rishabhadev clearly states that human life is not meant for this kind of existence, which is enjoyed even by dogs and hogs. Indeed, dogs and hogs do not have to work so hard for sex. A human being should try to live in a different way and should not try to imitate dogs and hogs. The alternative is mentioned. Human life is meant for tapasya, austerity and penance. By tapasya, one can get out of material clutches. When one is situated in Krishna consciousness, devotional service, his happiness is guaranteed eternally. By taking to Bhakti Yoga devotional service, one's existence is purified. The living entity is seeking happiness life after life, but he cannot make a solution to all his problems. But he can make a solution to all his problems simply by practicing Bhakti Yoga. Then he immediately becomes eligible to return home, back to Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Yevam Yo Vetti Tatvataha Tektva Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti So Arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities do not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shurnavadi Paschaitta Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mokam Karoti Vachalam Pangalangayate Gramit Kripatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishram Kathanchana Smrite Yasmin Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet Vismrite Pritam Syat Sri Chaitanyam Namamitam Nayam Deho Deha Bhajam Nirloke Kashtan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujam Ye Tapo Divyam Putraka Yena Sattvam Shuddhet Ismat Brahma Saukyam Tunantam. So here Rishabhadev is directly starting with a very important point. What is that point? Nayam Dehaha. That we are not this body. So this is a very, very significant point, that we are not this body. Why we are not this body? That he explains in the later part of the shloka, that why we are not this body. How to understand that we are not this body. But immediately he explains another fact which you cannot deny, Deha Bhajam. You are not this body, but we are not this body, but we have a body. That we cannot deny because we are having this body. We are having this body. And then we also have different type of desires which are actually created by having this body, which comes from mental platform. Now, what are these desires and how they are created? Kunti Maharani explains them in simple 3 words. She says, Bhave asmin klishyamananam avidya kama karma bihi shravana smaranarhani karishyan iti kechana. So, what are the 3 words? She says, klishyamananam avidya kama karma bihi. Klishyamananam means what? That the people in general, or the living entities in general, they are subjected to many miseries. That's why they are called as klishyamananam. Klesha means misery. Klishya means those who are afflicted by misery. Why they are afflicted by misery? She explains in 3 words. Avidya, kama, karma bihi. They are engaged in activities utilizing this body. That's called karma bihi. All of us are engaged in some activity or other utilizing this body. What is the basis of that activity? The basis of the activity is the desire to do something. It may be the desire to have money, like I wanted to have money. Somebody told if you go to Dubai, you can have money. So I went to Dubai, right? So the desire to have something, it could be money, it could be position, it could be family, whatever it is. Yeah, the desire. But where did that desire come from? It came from ignorance. It came from ignorance. Avidya means ignorance. That desire came from ignorance. And what is that ignorance? That ignorance is that I am thinking I am this body. That is the ignorance. Then one may say that we are having this body. Why are you saying you are not this body? Very simple. Very simple. Very simple. It is not a very difficult philosophy to understand. If we intelligently consider, our body is exactly opposite of what we want. If we little bit intelligently consider, our body is exactly opposite of what we want. What do we want? We want happiness. And what is this body? by nature this body is giving pain. By nature this body is giving pain. You may say, no, this body is also giving happiness. Why are you saying like that? Why I am saying like that? Because if this body can give only little bit of happiness. If you try to increase the level of happiness with the same body, it will start giving you pain. I will give you a simple example. When you are happy, you are laughing. Correct? When you are happy, what you are doing? You are laughing. But if you laugh too much, what will happen? Tears will come, that is okay. Something else will happen. If you laugh too much, what will happen? Nowadays, people are not laughing too much. So therefore, they don't know what it means to laugh too much. People have become so serious that they are not laughing too much. So I ask these people, if you laugh too much, what will happen? They are all blinking like that. Have you never laughed too much in your life? If you laugh too much, who said that? Very lucky. We are all same age. We are all laughing too. Our life, we know that we have laughed too much. Okay? So we know this point. Nowadays, people don't even know if you laugh too much, what will happen. Because they never laugh too much. Life has become so miserable that you don't even laugh too much. If you ask people to laugh, that's it. They will not laugh anything more. If with great difficulty, they will show some teeth. But laughing too much doesn't happen. But if you laugh too much, stomach will ache. But if you are happy, why your stomach is aching? If you are this body, and if you are happy, why your stomach is aching? Recently, my brother's son got married. And he was in the reception, marriage reception. He was standing, he and his wife. Okay. So 2 hours they are standing. So after 2 hours, I went and asked them, how are you? They said, very bad. Both the cheeks are aching. Both cheeks are aching, they said. You got married now only. You are having some new wife, new husband. So many people are coming to greet you. You are also very happy, smiling. But why your cheek is aching? That means this body by nature can give you only pain. Very simple, basic thing. That you want happiness, but your body is designed to give you pain. Your body is designed to give you pain. Very, very simple. It's not some hi-fi philosophy, okay? That you want happiness, but your body is designed to give you pain. So that means you are not this body, because it's not giving what you want. If you are getting what you want from the body, that means you are that. But if you are not getting what you want from the body, then definitely it is not what you are. So your body is something. So same way you don't want to die, but body is meant to die. Krishna is saying, Jatasya hi dhruva mrityur juram janma mritasya cha. When you are born, only one thing is clear, that you are going to die. But we are so foolish that every year we sing nicely, happy birthday to you. Means what? You are going to die. One more year, you have become closer to death. But we are so foolish that we cut cake and give everybody happy birthday to you. No, it is actually happy death day to you. Because one year after year, you are actually going closer to death. So therefore, when somebody comes to me for birthday, I always tell them, read one sloka from second canto. Ayur harati vaipumsam udyanastam chayanasau tasyarte yatshano nita uttama shloka vartaya. Every day, morning, evening, sun has taken already 1 day from you. You cannot stop it. Harati, Ayur harati. 1 day is gone. Morning to evening, 1 day is gone. You cannot stop. Whatever you do, you cannot stop it. But if you are engaged in Krishna's service, then we are not moving towards death. We are moving towards eternal life. So, therefore, the point is, you don't want to die, but this body dies. You want to be happy, body gives you pain. So, it is very easy to understand that we are not this body. It's not some hi-fi philosophy. Okay. But we have this body. So, for what purpose we are having this body? Each body is designed for a particular purpose. This is what Rishabhadev is trying to tell us. That every body is designed for a particular purpose. For example, he gives the example of a hog. Hog is meant to eat the night soil, the stool. But we are not meant to eat stool. So, because hog is meant to eat stool, and it becomes very stout also by becoming, eating stool. In Singapore, there is no hog. But in India, so many hogs are there. It becomes so stout by eating stool. And it takes great pleasure in going and soaking in the gutter. Wherever there is gutter, it will go and soak. And after that, it will come out. And it will splash the gutter water to everybody around. Tirthavari it will do. If you are near hog, it's very, very dangerous. So whenever you see a hog, you run away from that place. Because if you are near, then it will, do some prokshana of whatever it was having. Then you have to go and take bath. So hog has a certain method of living. And he is quite comfortable in that method of living. He is not complaining. You all know the story of Indra when he became hog. He was not willing to come out of that position. He was asking that, Narada Muni, you are saying that Devaloka is very good, but are you sure that you can get fresh stool there? He's asking, are you sure that you can get fresh stool there? Are you sure that Devaloka is full of nice big gutters which are very smelly, where I can go and soak myself? Are you sure that this kind of nice arrangement is there? So everybody has a certain way of living and a certain enjoyment which is associated with that body. So every living entity is going through that enjoyment associated with that body. So now we are human beings. So for us, we should understand what is that enjoyment which is associated with our body. We cannot live like hog. That's what he is saying, that you are not hog, so you cannot live like hog. So there was an old man who actually came and spoke during Prabhupada's centenary in Juhu. So he was recollecting his early meeting with Prabhupada. That time he was a young man. So one day, early morning, Prabhupada was sitting in Juhu. That time it was not such a big temple. He was sitting in Juhu and he was chanting. And this gentleman, he went to meet Prabhupada because Indian people want to meet sadhu. That the Indian culture is there, that you go and meet sadhu and you pay some obeisance to him and get some blessing. So same way this guy went to meet and he wanted to get some blessing from Prabhupada. He went and paid obeisance to him. He gave blessing to him. Then Prabhupada saw him and Prabhupada asked him, "Oh, what are you doing?" He said, "I am doing cloth business. I am doing cloth business." Then Prabhupada asked him, "Do you come to our temple?" He said, "No, I don't come." Why? There's no time. Why no time? Every day morning, I take big bundle of cloth. I go in the local train. I try to sell all this cloth in different places. And then evening, I come back. By the time I come back, it is already very late. Your temple is already closed. I cannot come here. So then Prabhupada told him, that time Juhu was like a jungle. Now it is very posh area. That time Juhu was like a jungle. Lot of mosquitoes and pigs, in Juhu at that time. So Prabhupada told him, "Have you seen these pigs running here and there in the morning?" He said, "Yeah, there are so many pigs running here and there in the morning." Prabhupada asked him, "What is the difference between you and that pig?" What is the difference between you and that pig? There is no difference. That pig is also running from morning to evening, is not coming to temple. You are also running from morning to evening, you are not coming to the temple. What is the difference between you and the pig? And that old man said, "As a young man, I got very upset at that time. But now I become very old. Now I realize the value of those words. I realize the value of those words. I wish I could have listened to him at that time." So the point is that every body is designed to deliver some happiness, some distress. Same way human body is also is designed to deliver some happiness, some distress. But the facility of human body is that you can actually convert the distress into happiness. That is the facility of human body. That technique of converting the distress into happiness, that should be known. Like we see in Damodar Leela, that Yashoda, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, welcome. So the person who got introduced has come. Okay. Before you came, he introduced about you. Please come. Please come. No, please come here. Then I have to also sit down. His Grace Mahara Prabhu ki. Okay. So the point is that we should know the technique of converting the misery into happiness. In Damodar Lila, we can see Yashoda Maya, she was churning the curd for butter. It's a very tough job to churn the curd to get butter. It's not very easy. Don't think that it is very easy. Especially she was using a big pot, huge pot, full of buttermilk, and she was churning it with a big churning rod which is tied to a rope. It requires really muscle power to do that. It's not so easy. And in Bhāgavatam it is explained, as she was churning, due to the force of churning, actually her hair became loose, her dust got disturbed, she was sweating like anything. So it was a tough job she was doing. It was not some easy job. Not like, just switch on the mixie and watch it. Not like that. Okay. She was doing a really tough job. But she was extremely blissful. Why? She was actually making up the songs about Krishna's pastimes, whatever he did Krishna as a small child. She was making up her own songs about that pastime of Krishna, and she was singing those songs in her own tune. And there was nice background music for that also. What is that background music? Her bangles, which are actually moving up and down, cling, 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 cling. And also the curd, which was moving, chalak, 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 chalak. So there was nice background music. She was nicely singing. She was enjoying. She was doing austerity, but because that austerity was meant to please Krishna, she was actually enjoying. So this is the simple method of converting austerity to enjoyment. That is what this human body is meant to deliver. That is what this human body is meant to deliver. Because everybody is a tapasya. See, tapasya is not something, you should not think that tapasya means that, in movie or TV they will show that one Munivar will have some big kondai and then he will have big tadi and he will go to forest and then he will sit and do tapasya. No, that is not tapasya. Tapasya means going through some difficulty with senses. This is called tapasya. This is a simple definition of tapasya. That every animal is doing. You see one dog, from morning to evening that fellow has to run. He cannot take rest anywhere, he has to keep running. And then when he wants to take rest, whether it is road, gate, anywhere, he will just sleep and he will take rest. He will not find a nice bedroom to go and sleep. And same way, when he has to mate, he will say simply mate on the road. So animals are also going through tough life. If you see National Geographic, sometime they will show how the animals are suffering. Sometimes there will be too much flood. Sometimes there will be too much drought, and then there's no water. Animals will walk, miles and miles together. Some of them will die on the way. So every living entity with the body is suffering. So tapasya is not something which only we are doing in spiritual life. Sometimes people think like that. Spiritual life means tapasya. No. Spiritual life means enjoyment. Not being in spiritual life is tapasya. Sometimes people ask, how you live in Mayapur? I always think that not living in Mayapur is difficult. Living in Mayapur is blissful. So my question is, how you people live outside? This is the point. It's so difficult to live outside. I lived in Dubai. Very difficult. There is one hellish planet. In fifth canto is explained. There is one hellish planet. In that hellish planet, there is one copper plate. Okay. And the sinful fellow is put on the copper plate. From below there is fire, from above there is heat of the sun. And this fellow has to stay in the copper plate. I read that description of the hellish planet, And then I thought, I am going through this every day. I am going through this every day. So I am already in hell. I don't have to go to hell. Because, you go to construction site in summer in Dubai, the steel is already 42 degrees. It is like the same copper plate. If you don't have gloves, you will get burns. And from top, already so much sun is there because it's like open site. From top, so much sun is there, and you are already in your shoe safety, harness and everything. You are already sweating inside like anything. You are sweating inside like exact hellish experience. Exact hellish experience. So we have proof that we can go to hell in the life we live here itself. We don't have to think whether hell is there or not. 100% it is there. So life is not meant to be such hellish life. Human being is not meant to suffer like this. Human being is meant to take austerities, tapo divyam putraka. Human being is meant to take austerities which are transcendental in nature. Which are transcendental in nature. What are the austerities which are transcendental in nature? You know? What austerities which we are supposed to take which is transcendental in nature? You know what it is? You know or you don't know? You know? What? Getting up early in the morning. You know the austerity which is transcendental in nature which we are supposed to take is eating, dancing and singing. What is the austerity? What is the austerity? Eating, dancing and singing. Very tough, is it not? Is it very tough? Is it tough? It's very easy. But in Kali Yuga, this much austerity only we can take. We cannot take more than this austerity. So therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave us simple austerity. What is that? Eat nice Krishna Prasadam, chant Krishna's names, sing Krishna's names and dance in front of the deity. This is the austerity Mahaprabhu gave to us. But we are so unfortunate that we don't even take that austerity also. Like nice kirtan is going on, the fellow is sitting and checking his WhatsApp. Nice kirtan is going on. The fellow is doing what? He is sitting and checking WhatsApp. Somebody is sending a message, he is sending message back. He cannot simply chant the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So much nice prasadam is there, but that fellow has to eat some Lace chips, Pringle chips, that chips, this chips. So much nice prasadam is available. I'll tell you one joke. Okay, I'll tell you one joke. So one time, Vishnu and Krishna, they sat to eat lunch. Okay, Vishnu and Krishna, they sat to eat lunch. So in front of Krishna, they put one nice banana leaf. Okay, and then in front of Vishnu, they put one plastic plate. Okay, and in front of Krishna, they are putting puri, sabji, rice, dal, so many different type of preparation, so many sweet, so many things. Okay, they are putting in front of Krishna. In front of Vishnu, they are putting chips, they are putting kurkure, they are putting this, that, Milo, Tylo, a lot of medicine. This they are putting in front of Vishnu in the plate. Then Vishnu is asking Krishna, oh my dear Krishna, you are getting such nice things. You are getting such nice things, but look at my plate. I am so unfortunate I am getting all these things. Then Krishna told Vishnu what to do. My devotees are offering me nice stuff. And they are nicely chanting Prasada mantra, and then they are offering nice stuff to me. But your devotees, whatever they want to eat, they are eating. And then before eating, they are saying Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. So only you have to get all these things. So our life is so horrible that we cannot do the austerity of eating prasadam also. Our life is so horrible that we cannot do the austerity of eating prasadam also. And our life is so horrible that we dance to the tunes of everybody. We dance to the tune of boss, we dance to the tune of mind, we dance to the tune of government, we dance to the tune of everybody. But we cannot dance to the tune of Hare Krishna. So austerities are very simple. Because Mahaprabhu's mercy, the austerity which you have to do is what? What you have to do? Eat, sing and dance. But that also we have complicated so much in Kali Yuga that we are not even fit for eating, singing and dancing also. But Rishabhadev is saying, Tapo Divyam Putraka. Why we should do that? He is saying that if you do this transcendental austerity, Tapo Divyam Putraka, Suddhet, that we can become purified. We can become purified of what? We can become purified of this idea that I am this body. And whatever which is connected to this body is mine. Whatever which is connected to this body is mine. And we can get purified of this idea that I am born and I will die. This is the greatest bogus idea which we are having. What is that? I am born and I will die. That is why in ISKCON, when they celebrate birthdays, I feel very, very funny. Before it, that culture was not there. Celebrating birthday culture was not there in ISKCON. We used to only celebrate birthday of a spiritual master. That is Vyas Puja. His birthday can be celebrated because he is coming to save everybody. But normal people birthday, why we should celebrate? Nobody celebrates the day you went into jail. When you enter a jail, you don't celebrate, oh, this is my jail entering anniversary. Nobody celebrates like that. This body is actually a jail for the soul. He is suffering in this body. Why would we celebrate that the soul's entry into the body just simply meant for suffering? Very difficult, very, very difficult to understand this. That I am not born and I will not die. Na jayate mriyate vakadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvato ayam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Very clear. Krishna is saying, Na jayate mriyate vakadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha. Very, very clearly Krishna is saying that you are neither born nor you will die. You are always there. Ajaha, unborn, nityaha, always there. Shashvata, ever existing. Puranaha, from the beginning you are there. When this body is slain, you are not slain. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. So therefore, Rishabhadev in this shloka, he is inviting us to meditate on our misconception that we are this body. He is inviting us to meditate on this misconception that we are this body. And he is telling that why do you want to suffer thinking that you are this body? Simply utilize this body to enjoy happiness. And what type of happiness? Brahma Saukyam Tvanantam. Unlimited happiness. Unlimited in existence, unlimited in variety. Unlimited because it's always increasing. And exactly this is what we want. We may not be able to think like this. But if you actually consider ultimately what you want happiness which is ever existent. Okay. And ever existent happiness is not only satisfying. Like for example, you like gulab jamun. Every day you get gulab jamun, will you be happy? Huh? You will say, hey, what is this man? Every day gulab jamun, please change it. Huh? You bring something else. You bring something else. And also you want unlimited. You want unlimited supply and you want full of variety. This is what we want. We want happiness with three qualities. What are the three qualities? It should be ever existent, it should always increase, and it should be full of variety. This is exactly what we want. We may not know it. We may not be able to articulate it in such a simple and straightforward way, but this is what we want. We want happiness which is ever existent. We want happiness which is always increasing. And we want happiness which is full of variety. This is what we want. Now, the good news is that this human body is capable of delivering this happiness. That's the good news. But it is not capable of delivering this happiness by thinking that we are this body. It is capable of delivering this happiness when we understand that we are not this body and utilize the body's nature to deliver pain, to go through pain for the sake of Krishna. Body's nature is to deliver pain. That is not going to change. That is not going to change. But if you actually utilize that nature of body's nature to go through pain for the sake of Krishna, that pain will become pleasure. That is what Yashoda Maya is trying to teach us in Damodar Leela. All of us are running behind something. All of us are running behind something. Each of us are running behind our own things. What we are running behind, we know. And Yashoda is also running behind, but she is running behind Krishna. She is running behind Krishna. And it is not easy to catch Krishna. It is not that, you can just catch Krishna. It is not easy to catch Krishna. Why? Because in Ishopanishad it is saying, Anejatekam manaso javiyo nainadevam apnuvan purvamarshat tadhavato anyanatyeti tishtat tasmin apo matarishva dadati. Very clearly in Ishopanishad it is saying that nobody can catch the Supreme Lord in a running race. Because before you reach to catch him, he will be already there. Tadhavato anyan atyeti tishtat. It is Upanishadic statement. It is Upanishadic statement. Very clearly Upanishad is saying you cannot catch the Supreme Lord in running race. But Krishna made that statement wrong for Yashoda. Krishna disproved Upanishad for Yashoda because she was determined to run and catch Krishna. We are also running, she is also running. While running, we are also having problem, she is also having problem. It is not that while running she was not having problem. She was having lot of problem while running. She was little hefty. She couldn't take her body weight and run. And her breath was going up and down. She was sweating like anything. And Krishna, like a small boy, running here. For her to maneuver and run behind Krishna, very difficult. But she was determined. Today, I will catch this boy. Today, I will catch this boy. And because she was so determined to catch Krishna, then Krishna's Kripa Shakti, it took over his Leela Shakti. That Krishna wanted not to be caught by Yashoda because all his friends are waiting. They are telling Krishna, hey, come, let's go and play. So Krishna is more keen to go and play because he knows if he gets caught by his mother, he is going to get grounded. He knows that. So he doesn't want to get caught, but his Kripa Shakti took over the Leela Shakti. And Krishna thought, oh, she is running like this. I should get caught. What can I do? I have to get caught. So Krishna got caught. So the point is that all of us are running. All of us are running. It is not that we are not going through austerity. We are going through austerity. Living in this country is also great austerity. Once I remember in Dubai, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj was talking about different countries. And he told Singapore is a fine country. We were all thinking that Guru Maharaj is glorifying Singapore. He said, again he said Singapore is a fine country. Then he said you have to pay fine for everything. So living in any place is austerity. Living in any place in this material world is a austerity. It is not that you choose one austerity over other austerity and then remain happy. Okay, that austerity is very bad. I choose this austerity. Now I am happy. But we have to question. We have to question that why I should suffer. Why can't I be happy? So, unless we are able to ask that question, unless we are able to question the so-called status quo. What is the status quo? That we are always suffering. Unless we are able to question that status quo, that why my body is giving me suffering, why I am suffering, why I should suffer, why I should die, why I should die. It's a very important question to ask. It's a very important question to ask. Then we can start austerities by which we can experience happiness. Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam suddhet yasmat brahma saukyam panantam. So therefore, the very premise of human existence in ignorance is questioned by Rishabhadev in this question, in this shloka. Of course, then he goes on to expand how the material existence is binding us in so many ways. He goes on to expand that. And then he also goes on to expand that how to come out of that existence. But the basis of his whole teaching lies in the first shloka. And Prabhupada gives a very, very wonderful purport to the shloka which we read, where Prabhupada succinctly explains that what is actually the purpose of human life. And in the end, Prabhupada quotes one very, very wonderful shloka, Janma karma chame divyam, evam yoveti tatvataha, tektva deham punarjanma, na iti mame iti so Arjuna. So, different people consider different things as achievement in their life. The last point, I'll finish, then we'll have questions. Different people consider different things as achievement in their life. So, for me, eating gulab jamun is achievement in my life. Okay. If I'm able to eat gulab jamun, this is great achievement. But in order to eat that gulab jamun, what I should do? First of all, I should complete one engineering degree. I should go to school. I should study. I should go to college. I should complete one engineering degree. Then I should go to Dubai. I should earn enough money. Then my parents will say, okay, now you can get married. Then I should get married. And while getting married, I should make sure that my wife knows how to make gulab jamun. Okay. Then, so that she will happily make gulab jamun, I have to take care of what all she needs. Okay. And then I will get one gulab jamun. And then I will get one gulab jamun. You see, 28 years of austerity to get one gulab jamun. I got married at the age of 28. My wife makes nice gulab jamuns. 28 years of austerity to eat one gulab jamun. Okay. So what if I tell you that you can go to a tree and tell the tree, tree, give me gulab jamun. Then the tree will give you gulab jamun. Do you like this idea? Do you like this idea? Would you like to have a tree like that? Not only gulab jamun. What do you like? You tell me. What do you like? Rasgulla. You have to wait 28 years to eat one rasgulla. But what if I tell you that you can just go to one tree and ask, tree, give me rasgulla, then immediately you will get rasgulla. You like that place? You like that place? What if I tell you that place is your own place? What if I tell you that the place is your own place? Chintamani prakara sadbhusha kalpa vriksha laksha vrateshu surabhi rabipalayantam lakshmi sahasra satasam brahma sevyamanam govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. Krishna's place is made of Chintamani stone, and his place is full of Kalpavriksha trees. You go and ask anything to Kalpavriksha tree, it will give you. Right? That is why it's called Kalpavriksha. Whatever you go and ask Kalpavriksha tree, it will give you. And so many Lakshmis are standing in line to serve Krishna. Oh, you may say, oh, this is Krishna's place, you are cheating me. But Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Pitaham asya jagato mata dhata pitamahaha. I am the father, I am the mother. So, my father's place is? My place. Very simple. My father's place is my place. Whatever is my father's property, it is my property. Is correct or not? So therefore, Rishabhadev is asking all of us, what are you losing by what you have gained? You have gained something. Rishabhadev is asking this question. What are you losing by what you have gained? I want to leave you with this question. What are you losing by what you have gained? So this is what Rishabhadev is inviting you to think about. Okay? So now let us open for question answer. Yes?
What are you losing by what you have gained means?
You have gained something in your life, right? You have gained a family, you have gained some status, you have gained, I don't know, whatever, PR, citizenship, whatever you have gained. Bank balance. So many things you have gained, right? But what you have lost? What you have lost?
Yeah, my youth and my...
No. You have lost your place in Krishna's place. That is your father's place. You have lost your place in Vaikuntha. You have lost your place in Goloka. You are simply rotting here. Don't waste 28 years to get one gulab jamun. Huh? Rasgulla. Utilize your life to get what is your right. What is your right? Your right is to be with your father. Your right is to be with your mother. That is your right. It is your right. It is everybody's right. Rupa Goswami is saying in Nectar of Devotion, pure devotional service is the birthright of every living entity. He is saying in Nectar of Devotion, claim your right. Claim your right. It's a very important question to meditate upon. What am I losing by what I have gained? So if you properly meditate on this question, then you will actually understand that there is no value to what we have gained if we cannot gain the ultimate benefit, which is going back home, back to Godhead. You know, there is one sloka which is coming after this. It says that Pumsastriya Maitini Bhavametam Tayor Mito Hriday Granti Mahuhu Ata Grihat Kshetra Sutapta Vitter Janasya Mohoyam Aham Mameti. That sloka means that when a man sees a woman, both of them get attracted to each other. That forms the knot in the heart. And due to that knot in the heart, they expand the material existence in terms of family, wife, children, property, relatives, paraphernalia, etc., etc. Sridhar Swami has written one commentary to this verse. In that commentary, he is saying that when a man meets a woman, they both get entangled. Now listen to what he is saying. They face further disasters in terms of family, wealth, house, and paraphernalia. They face further disasters. Now we are thinking that this is all achievement. We are thinking that this is all achievement. But what Sridhar Swami is saying is all further disaster. Why it is disaster? Because it actually makes us think that we have achieved something, while we have achieved nothing. Why we have achieved nothing? Because Prahlad Maharaj is saying that you are so proud that this body belongs to you, and you are thinking that I am this body. But actually the body belongs to the dogs and the fox and the jackal, because when you die, they will come and eat that body. The rule of this material world, in Bhāgavatam it is said that ahastani sahastanam apadani chatuspadam falguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. It means that one life has to become the food of another life. So, your body belongs to that living entity which will consume your body as food. Whether it is dogs and jackals or whether it is microorganisms which will eat you when this body is finished. That body actually belongs to them. We are maintaining this body so that we can feed them. Just like we maintain plants, no? We maintain plants, different vegetables, different plants, we maintain them very nicely so that we can take grains and eat them. Same way we are maintaining this body to feed those living entities which will feed on this body. So this body actually belongs to them, Prahlad Maharaj is saying. So there is nothing to be proud about this body and what we have achieved through this body. But intelligence is to utilize this body to catch Krishna. This is what Yashoda is telling us. That you run, it's okay. You have to run. There is no choice. There is no choice. You have to run. You have to run. There is no choice. But if you run behind Krishna, that is intelligence. If you run behind Krishna, that is intelligence. Because you can catch him. He will agree to get caught. And then you can catch him. And the process of running behind Krishna has become very, very easy in Kali Yuga because of Mahaprabhu. In order to run behind Krishna, what you have to do? You have to do only 3 things. What is that? Eat, sing and dance. It is not going to get easier than this. It is not going to get easier than this. It is once in a day of Brahma's opportunity. Opportunity is there. We should utilize it. Yes? Yes.
Challenge.
Yeah.
When you see material goals,
Yeah.
you can see that there is you're working towards it and you can achieve it, like your bank balance, your house, your property. The goal that we have of achieving Krishna, catching Krishna, is very difficult to comprehend how far you have reached and how further away you are. There's no way to kind of say that I'm there, I'm just there, or I'm very far away. So how do we comprehend that?
So Bhagavatam answers this question in a very, very simple manner. See, the very beauty of Vedic literature is that everything is very, very simple in Vedic literature. Like, for example, to understand that we are not this body is very simple. It doesn't take rocket science to understand this. Same way, Bhagavatam gives a very, very simple example. When you are very hungry, when you sit and eat, do you require a certificate from someone that your hunger is getting satisfied? I am asking you a question. Do you require a certificate from someone? Do you require a certificate from someone that that food is actually nourishing you? You don't require. Do you get a certificate from someone that you are enjoying the taste of the food? Are you looking for any certification for these 3 things? The taste of food, mitigation of hunger, and the energy which is coming due to the food. How do you understand that? How do you understand that? By the process of eating, you get your own experience and then you understand this. You don't require anybody to tell you this. Right? Same way, when you chant the holy name, when you practice Krishna consciousness, the happiness of devotion, the joy of devotion, and the renunciation which comes naturally from the material world, and the advancement in Krishna consciousness, you don't require a certificate from anybody. You yourself can experience it. I'll tell you one simple thing. Okay? Simple test, not very complicated. You try to chant Jimmy, Jimmy, Tommy, 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 Jimmy, Jimmy. Jimmy, Tommy, Jimmy, Tommy, Tommy, Jimmy, Jimmy, Tommy. How many times you can chant this? Jimmy, Jimmy, Tommy, 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 Jimmy, 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 Tommy, Jimmy, Tommy, 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 Jimmy, 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 Tommy, 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 Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Can you do it? Can you do it? You cannot.
If somebody told me that you can achieve Krishna through this, I would do it. But
the point is, you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. People are doing it days on end. People are doing it days on end. They are never getting bored. They are never getting bored. Rupa Goswami is saying, Tunde Tandavini Gatim Vitanute Tundavali Labdaye Karna Krodha Kadambini Katayete Karnarbudebhya Spraham Cheta Prangane Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim Nojane Janiter Kiyabdi Ramiter Krishneti Varnadvayi. Very beautiful sloka. He is saying that when I chant Hare Krishna, I am thinking why I am having only one tongue. Why can't I have thousands of tongues? When I hear Krishna's name, I am thinking why I am having only 2 ears. Why can't I have 1 crore ear? When Krishna's name is chanting in my consciousness, when dancing in my consciousness, I cannot find any sense going anywhere. All the senses are simply there to see or to hear or to experience that Krishna's names. I don't know how much nectar is there in these 2 letters, Krish and Na. We may not be experiencing that chanting, but at least devotees are chanting 16 rounds every day. Yeah. So why and how they are able to chant 16 rounds every day is simply because they are satisfied. So there are measurable goals, like I got married, I built a house, I have bank balance. These are all visible, measurable goals, right? Same way, there are visible, measurable goals in bhakti also. It's not that it is some only esoteric thing and then there is nothing visible, there is nothing measurable. So there are 9 qualities of bhakti which are very, very visible and very, very measurable. Shantir avyakta kalatvam, viraktir manasunyata, asa baddha samutkanta, namagane sata ruchi, asaktistat gunakyane, pritistat vasatistale. These 9 qualities are directly measurable. Shantir means that to be undisturbed when there is reason for disturbance. Right? People can be undisturbed when nobody is disturbing them. But are you undisturbed when there is reason for disturbance? This is called Shanti. Avyartha kalatva means one does not waste time in anything else other than engaging in Krishna. It is very easy to see this. Virakti means that renunciation when there is opportunity for attachment. This is called Virakti. Manasunyata means that the ability not or the tendency not to expect any respect from anybody. Asha Baddha means always having hope that one day I can catch Krishna. Samutkanta means great eagerness to do activities which are related to devotional service. Asaktistat gunakyane means that natural attachment to speak about Krishna, devotees and their qualities. Pritistat vasatistale means that desire to reside in the place of pastime of Krishna. Namagane sadaruchi means having the taste in chanting and singing the holy name. These 9 symptoms are quantifiable, measurable symptoms of advancement in bhakti. They are directly visible goals. You can know whether you have achieved it or you have not achieved it. So therefore, the parameters are different, but the goals are visible. It's not that we are chasing some invisible goal. We are chasing a very, very visible goal, quantifiable goal. And the process is also quantifiable. Sankhya Purvaka Namagana Natibi Kala Avasani Kritau Nidrahara Viharadadi Vichitos Chatyanta Dino Chayo. So, Sankhya Purvaka Nama, Sankhya Purvaka Gana, Sankhya Purvaka Natibi. Sankhya Purvaka Nama means that in measured counts you chant Krishna's names. In measured counts you sing songs. In measured counts you offer obeisances. Every day, in measured count we sing song. Manglarti song, Narsimharti song, Tulsi Arti song, then evening Tulsi Arti song, and then Sandhya Arti song, then Guru Puja song, then Bhāgavatam class song. Every day we sing 7 songs. It's measured. It's measured. And every day we pay measured amount of obeisance. That's why we say Prema Dhwani. In Prema Dhwani, we are paying measured amount of obeisance. Only thing is, technically we are supposed to get up and fall down every time. But Prabhupada made it very easy for us that you don't have to get up and fall down. You just sleep. And somebody saying, Jai Om Vishnu Pada Pramsa Pradakadara Stotra Sasima, oh, Jai, Jai. In between, get up and then say Jai, and then you keep sleeping. But actually you are paying measured amount of obeisances. The process is very scientific. The process is very scientific. And the result is also given. Nidra Ahara Viharadadi Vijitau. By following this process, you can actually overcome Nidra, Ahara and Vihara. Nobody need to give you certificate whether you are advancing in Krishna consciousness or not. Like people may tell that he is very advanced devotee. But you know what kind of advancement you are having. People may tell so many things about you, right? And in ISKCON, it's very easy to get glorified. They'll simply glorify you. What is there? Kasa Panama. Just glorify. But you know what you are. You should not get carried away by what other people are saying about you. That is the only thing in ISKCON. That is the only thing you have to be very, very careful about. That you should not get carried away by what other people are saying about you. You should know what you are. And you should remain very, very humble. Because you know what you are. Right? So it's all well measured. It's all very, very scientific. You follow the process. But the most interesting part of this process is that only thing is that you are actually dealing with a person. That's the only thing which is actually makes it very interesting. You are not dealing with a system. Even though there is a process, Prabhupada actually says that actually there is no such process which can give you bhakti. By following the different processes of bhakti, you are simply showing to Guru and Krishna that I am ready to receive your mercy and I am ready to do what it takes to receive your mercy. Then it is up to them to give their mercy. Right? But we are expressing our readiness to receive that mercy by following the process. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
I remember having listened to one statement that you made in one of your classes, not today, wherein you said, and again quoting Prabhupada, that advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the
attitude of the follower.
Yes, Prabhupada.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
So this particular sentence is there in the preface of Nectar of Instruction. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. Because the general attitude of non-transcendentalist and transcendentalist is that I can do it. I can do it. Or the general attitude is I can't do it. In both cases, you are the center. Like some people say, oh, Prabhuji, you are so lucky, you are living in Mayapur, I cannot do it. Okay, the first point is that why can't you remove that I from the equation? Okay. So always we are thinking in terms of I, me, and mine. We want to do everything on our strength. We want to achieve everything on our strength. And we think that we are doing things. Like even sometimes devotees also, sometimes they get very frustrated. I am doing so much, nobody is recognizing. I am doing so much, nobody is recognizing. People sometimes say like that. Of course, we should recognize people even if they do small thing. That is not good that we don't recognize. We should recognize, we should glorify. It's all our duty. We should do all those things. We should not mistake. But the point is that the whole problem of material existence is that I am the center. That is how we came to this material world. That is the attitude which stops us from advancing even when we come to Krishna consciousness. That is why when we start giving lecture, we say Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangalangayate Grimit Kripatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Why we are saying this? Because we are acknowledging that I cannot speak. We are acknowledging that I cannot speak. So whatever speaking is done is simply done by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So we should try to understand this and we should try to acknowledge this. When we achieve something, when everyone is saying, oh Prabhuji, you achieved very nicely, then we are also saying, no, everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. So what if someone comes and says, hey, you did nothing, okay? Everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. What we will say? What we will say? You do know what I have done. Then you come and talk, no? You do 10% of what I have done, you come and talk to me then. But when others are saying, Prabhuji, you have done so great, you say, oh, everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. So that means that we are not accepting that everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. We are actually saying, because it is a nice thing to say, it is politically correct to say this. What is that? Everything belongs to Guru and Krishna. Like for example, people say, I am very fallen, I am very foolish. And then they say, no, Prabhuji, you are very advanced devotee. What if someone comes and says, you are very fallen, you are very foolish? How did you come to Krishna consciousness? What will you say? What will you say? Will you accept it? Yes, I am very fallen, I am very foolish. Full-heartedly you will accept it, or you will say, your father is fallen, your grandfather is fallen, your great-grandfather is fallen. What will you say? What will you say? So, Prabhupada is sitting with Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and then Prabhupada is telling that this creation is so great that there are millions of universes, and those universes are like mustard seeds, and they are floating. And amongst those many universes, there is one universe which has the 14 planetary systems and one four-headed Brahma. And within those 40 planetary systems, there is one Bhumandala. And within that Bhumandala, there is one small earthly planet. And within that earthly planet, there is one country called America. And within that country called America, millions of people are living. And within this earthly planet, millions of living entities are there. And there is one place. He gave the name of the place, I forgot what name. He said there is one place. And in that place, there is one temple. And in that temple, there is one small room. And that small room, there is sitting one Tamal Krishna. He is thinking the whole world belongs to him. So the point is that my Guru Maharaj once quoted that he went and told Prabhupada that Prabhupada, I am the most fallen. And Prabhupada told him, you are not the most anything. It's a very important statement. It's a very important statement. Because in saying I am great or I am fallen, we are simply keeping us as center. But Krishna is center. The day we change the center from ourselves to Krishna, then we have the right attitude. Then we can progress. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Because Karmi is thinking that I can enjoy, Jnani is thinking I can renounce, Yogi is thinking I can control. Everybody is thinking I. And the same attitude we are bringing to Krishna consciousness also. I am doing this, I am doing that, I am chanting, I am doing. Kali Yuga is so bad that if you want to do something sinful, people will come to your house, knock your door, make you do that sinful activity and then call you hero also. Kali Yuga is so bad. But in this Kali Yuga, we are able to chant 16 rounds every day, we are able to follow 4 regulative principles every day. We think that we can do it. Krishna is saying that Sunvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Hridayantosto hi abhadrani vidunoti sugrit satam. We are thinking that we are doing service to Krishna. We do one little cooking or some little organization or we do something and then we think, oh, I have done so much service to Krishna. But actually, who is doing service to whom? Krishna is doing service to us. He is cleaning our heart. Vidunoti sugrit satam. And that service he is doing is very, very difficult to do because from time immemorial we have accumulated so much dirt in our heart. That dirt Krishna is cleaning. So who is doing heavy duty service? Krishna is doing heavy duty service. But we are thinking that I am doing service. I have done service. Today I went for service. I did service. So therefore, Krishna consciousness is the art of removing ourselves from center and putting Krishna in the center. So that is the attitude which Prabhupada is talking about. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. That the more we are able to put Krishna in the center and take up our natural position, this is not something which we are doing out of great sacrifice. I have become humble. I did such a big sacrifice. I became humble man. It's not like that. This is what we are. This is what we are. Krishna is Vibhu, we are Anu. This is what we are. Our situation is so bad. It's so funny. Our situation is so bad. Even to forget Krishna, we need Krishna. Even to forget Krishna, we need Krishna. Krishna has to make this 14 planetary system, one Brahma with so many heads, and then he has to make this entire circus, and he has to make false ego, mind, intelligence, Panchabhuta, and he has to make one body. So much arrangement Krishna has to make, and then we can enter into that body and then we think, oh, I am great. So even to forget Krishna, we need Krishna. We can only desire to forget Krishna, but in order to forget Krishna, we need Krishna. We are so dependent on Krishna. If we try to understand this, and if we try to take a natural, humble position, then that attitude helps us to progress in Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is the art of taking us away from the center and putting Krishna in the center. So that attitude of putting Krishna in the center, accepting him as the enjoyer, Bhaktaramika tapasam, sarvaloka maheshwaram, sugridam sarvabhutanam, nyatva mam, shantim rachyati. Now think of it. You become one Bhakti Vrisha leader, and then we think that I am controlling all these Bhakti Vrisha members. They are all my Bhakti Vrisha members. I have spent gallons of blood to make them devotee. Think like that, no? How can you take my devotee and give them service? Sometimes Bhakti Vrisha leader fight like this. Very, very funny. That you take my devotee and you give them service. How can you do that? Oh, they are all Krishna devotee, man. Sometimes we become so controlling, sometimes we become so enjoying, controlling. And we think that we are the greatest well-wisher. If I am not there, what will happen? We are in this illusion. If we are not there, what will happen? All wife thinks that if I am not there, my husband will go to dogs. All husbands think that if I am not there, what will my wife do? Everybody will be all right. Everybody will be all right. Anyway, so the point is that the attitude is to take us away from center and then put Krishna in the center. Okay, should we stop? Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grantaraj Srimad Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Rishabhadev ki, Gaur Premanande.
sure we'll all agree that this can go on and on and on. Okay, but in the interest of time, we'll have to probably